and I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.
So we are assigned to connect our topic last week about perception to the movie Now You See Me. And I must say, Now You See Me is a good movie because it's all about magic and tricks. I was really amazed by those tricks that they pulled, and they said that the closer you look, the lesser you see. In my opinion, the meaning of this is the closer you look into what they are doing, the lesser you pay attention to the tricks that they are doing. That means we believe what we perceive to be accurate, and we create our own realities based on those perceptions. Like for example in the movie, the part when Dylan showing the deck of cards to the girl and let her pick but won't say it. In the first look, Dylan showing the card so fast, so he showed it again to the girl, but this time it was slow so that the girl will choose the card that will appear in the building. And it's all planned. And in the movie, we saw the magic tricks that they did, and I can connect it to the topic last week, which is the perception, in which magic works by manipulating our awareness since our brains aren't wired to see everything with so much going on. Perception is all about problem solving, and it's all about you making guess about what the world is actually like, rather than what the world is like in reality. So seeing is very much believing.
Good day. So, some of the lecture discussion this week is about the three visual phenomena, some neuropsychological condition of perception, and bottom-up and top-down processing. So, the movie Now You See Me is about the magician Atlas who leads a team of talented illusionists called the Four Horsemen. So, Atlas and his comrades amaze audience with a pair of amazing magic shows that drain the bank accounts of the corrupt and funnel the money to audience members. So this movie is full of magic tricks, and even though it is scripted, we cannot deny the fact that even us was tricked by their illusions. So they use misdirection to manipulate our attention and allowing us to control what we see and what we don't see. It is because of our perception. So it is the process of constructing a description of the surrounding world. In other words, perception is the gateway to all of the other cognitions. Therefore, perception is key, and it allows us to make sense of the reality. And also in the movie, the Four Horsemen are trying to use tricks in order for the audience perceive the event, and they want the people to see in order to hide the real trick behind the robberies and stealing of money from the biggest names. So we can also relate this movie as the bottom top processing, because at first scenario of the movie we don't have much information about what's gonna happen next. So we thought that the Four Horsemen are being really chased by Agent Rhodes. So we are just depending based on what we are seeing. But at the end, it has a plot twist that in the movie they reveal the police officer Agent Rhodes is the fifth horseman.
In the movie Now You See Me, all I can say about that movie is that it was good. Their tricks are really cool, which they also deceived me. They got my attention with every tricks or magic they do. The movie used a special kind of magic to control our perceptions and thoughts using creative camera angles and high-tech technology. And the well-known saying in the movie is that the closer you look, the less you see. It means that the closer you look at things, the less you pay attention to what is around it. That is that if you are close with the things that they are doing by the magician, you won't see much. But if you're away from it, you will see much more than that one action. This is because in magic there is always a distraction you are focusing on, and the actual action is happening somewhere else. This is how it affects our eyes and our perceptions, and our most trusted sense is the vision. It largely affects many of our thoughts and actions, and actually vision is very important that we often don't believe in anything unless we see it to ourselves. There is a famous quotes for that. It is the to see is to believe, but it turns out that our visual perception aren't as trustworthy as we might think of it. Illusion are all out there, especially when one claims to have used magic. Magic is described as the art of creating illusion as a kind of entertainment through the use of sleight of hand, deceiving gadgets, and many more. All of their acts are meticulously planned in order to get the ideal or preferred version of their audience. The major sense that is altered is our vision. Illusion is a distortion of a real sensory stimuli that is a perception that differ from objective reality as defined by the consensus because they contrast perception from reality. Illusion are instructive. Magicians use our neurological system, including our eyes, sense of touch, brains, and so on, to produce apparent impossible illusions.
The closer you look, the less you see, says a character in the movie Now You See Me. This is due to the fact that, with magic, there's always a distraction on which you are concentrating, and the actual action is taking place somewhere else. Magicians create their tricks by exploiting gaps and errors in our conscious awareness, and they rely on powerful psychological illusions. Magicians, for example, employ deception to manipulate what you pay attention to, allowing them to control what you see and what you miss. The key sense that is altered here is the vision. Because our brains aren't equipped to see everything with so much going on, magic works by influencing our consciousness. Many people are successful at diverting our attention and exploiting our eyesight and awareness flaws. For example, a magician will tell you to focus your attention on this thing and to keep your eyes on it. Something else could happen at that point that a typical person would miss. This is because you can see other angles or wide perspective because your eyes and attention are focused on that one thing exclusively.